All right, traders, a very warm welcome to you all. This is Abra from the Tradepsyche, and I welcome you all after a very long time to the post-market analysis, outlook, and expectations from the market for the next week and for the coming Monday, which is tomorrow, right? First of all, to all the viewers who have been watching my videos regularly, even if you are very small in number, right? But still, I had some family obligations which I had to attend, and I had a long trip to Russia, so I could not post videos regularly and give you updates in terms of videos. But from now on, I'm back to the daily videos posting, and the daily just after the market, you will get my videos. You will get my top-notch analysis on Nifty, Bank Nifty, just after the market hours when the market finishes at 3:30. So please watch this video till end, and definitely you'll not go empty-handed. In this video, we'll discuss that how the Nifty, Bank Nifty, and all the other sectors can remain, what will be some of the crucial levels for Nifty, Bank Nifty, and we'll also, at the end of this video, we'll also study that what is the change in OI data and what is the total open interest which stands at this current point of time. And we will try to take out the bias in the market for the next week using that open interest data. Right. So stay hooked to the video till the last. And if you like the video, leave a like, leave a comment. And if you have not subscribed the channel and you are still viewing it without subscribing, do subscribe the channel. Let's start the analysis. Right. So first, as per our drill, we'll talk about any positive or negative global or domestic events if there are any. There are too many on Monday when the markets will open tomorrow. GIFT Nifty will factor four results: Reliance, ICICI, HDFC, and I think Wipro. Four major results the GIFT Nifty has to factor, and it will be very interesting that how GIFT Nifty operates when it opens at 6:30 a.m. tomorrow morning. And the pre-open will also be very interesting. Why? Because now you can, adjust your future and option positions in pre-open also. So it will be very interesting to see that how the market reacts to these big tech and Reliance results. Basically, all in all, the Reliance results were decent. I'll not say they were very good or they were very bad. They were decent. HDFC Bank results were, I think, below decent, but I'll not say very bad. ICICI Bank results were very bad, and Wipro results were also below decent. So all in all, up till now, whichever result I've seen, they are not par with what the government is saying. The government is saying, yes, the economy is growing at the rate of 6%, 7%, but where are the results? Where are the quarterly results? I'm not seeing a great improvement in earnings. And this was the case even in the last quarter. And that's why from that point also, if you see, we have failed. We have again and again failed to give a good healthy breakout from 26,300. Whenever the Nifty went to break out 26,300, it failed and it corrected 2 to 3 percentage every time. I think this has happened from past, I think, 2 to 3 months. Right, I think there are three monthly failures, breakout failures above 26,300, 350. So we'll in detail we'll look that that how the index can perform next week, what will be the crucial resistances on the upside, what will be the crucial support for the downside. Right, so let's start first. Yeah, these are the domestic flows which the markets will factor. And I don't see anything much of positive from here. But if we talk about global flows, from global perspective, there are big negative things. The U.S. President Donald Trump, he has slashed, I think, 10 percentage additional tariff on the nations who are not in accordance or who are not agreeing to this, that US will take Greenland. US will, take Greenland under its control. So what he announced basically that he is slapping additional 10 percentage tariff to all the EU nations who are not agreeing with him on his Greenland wish. So, and in the countermeasures, the EU countries, France also, they have, called for an emergency meeting. They have called for a meeting with all the EU nations, saying that we should, also give a good, crisp reply to Donald Trump and his, bossy nature. So the things are not good, and even the Nasdaq and the weekend futures which operate, which tells us that how the weekend, after the weekend when the market will open, how it will open, in which direction it will open, even they are looking, on the negative side. So this is one of the negative. What do you just say, negative outflow from negative news flow from international perspective from global markets. Other than that, I don't see any major positive event happening or which has happened on weekend, right? So all in all, if you want to take the full summation, I don't see anything positive from domestic, even from international perspective. Things are seeming pretty much negative. But let's start the analysis of Nifty. Let's start the analysis of OI data, right? So first we'll go to the chart of Nifty and discuss on weekly time frame, right? So since it's an analysis after a very, very long time, I'll once, because we have lost track of what we discussed last time. So on the monthly time frame, things are not looking good. From, if you ask my plain perspective, see how the major tops and the major bottoms are formed is either it will be a very big candle on the monthly time frame, like exactly we saw at this point of time, right? And the top formed for at least 6 months, right? Or either it will be a slow top formation wherein first you will see a uh, kind of hanging man or kind of doji, which is red. Then you will see a you will see a bearish engulfing candle on the monthly time frame. This is how, big time frame, big tops are formed. Even if you go in history and if you see, whenever the top has formed, it was a bearish engulfing candlestick, and for the next 3 months, the market continued to remain on the downside. If you see at this point of time, it was a inverse doji. It was a negative. It was not a red doji, but it was inverse doji. The markets went up, but at the end of the month, markets brutally corrected from the upside. So these are all the signs which the market, tells us that, I'm about to form a top. And currently, even in, monthly situations, s- small negativity has started to come. We are already at prior monthly low, exactly at prior monthly low, which is 25,700. If you see from my perspective, prior monthly low was exactly at 25,700. So if now for the month of January, if um, 25,500 is a very, very crucial point, because this is January month low, and below 25,500, it will be a move below prior monthly low, and below 25,500, I don't see any support till 24,500. The last support is 25,330, which is, I think, December's low, November's low. Sorry. If we break 25,330, I think it will be a straight move towards 24,600. This is a move which, you can very well capture if at all we start to give daily close below 25, 500, 400, 300. These two levels will be very crucial. On the upside, since we are only 300 points away from 26,000, and this is 50% retracement to this negative January monthly candlestick. 26,000 remains a single level above which, you can start building longs for 26 380, 26,500, and 27,000. So these levels, I'm talking from a positional perspective, not from a, Monday for the Monday. For the Monday weekend, we will discuss on daily and hourly time frame. But from a bigger time frame perspective, from a positional time frame perspective, we should not break down below 25, 300 or 330 and close on daily or weekly basis time frame. Because if that happens, I am seeing a good fall in February. If that happens, February fall, might come like this, because we have the budget on February 1 on Sunday, and the market is on that day, right? So we will definitely look. But yes, in order for the market to change its trajectory on the bullish side, we should, in the next 2 weeks, we should be able to break 26,000 on the upside. Before, I think, January ends, we should not form a monthly candle like this. If we form a monthly bearish candlestick, I think February and March can be negative months. Let's go to weekly time frame and discuss what can happen the next week. And here I actually want to, point out a very Interesting point here. If you see last time when the markets peaked out in October of 2024, right? So how the top was formed? We saw very good green candlesticks, short covering, and then a sudden dump, right? All the three candlesticks, green candlesticks, were recovered in one weekly big red candlestick. And a brief pause of 2 weeks came post that. So exactly same scenario we are seeing here, and a big red weekly candlestick and a pause. So now learn this price action. ये price action समझो. देखो जब भी आपको एक बड़ा रेड कैंडल या बड़ा ग्रीन कैंडल मिल जाए उसके बाद व्हाट डू यू वांट अ कंटिन्यूशन, राइट? कि आपको एक ऐसा एक और यू शुड गेट अ कैंडलस्टिक कंटिन्यूशन कैंडलस्टिक लाइक दिस. बट व्हाट द मार्केट्स कैन डू, बिकॉज इन द शॉर्ट टर्म मार्केट्स आर हेविली you know dominated by derivatives, right? So what the markets can do, they can first digest the increased volatility and they can form a doji. They can form a 1 week or 2 week pause. And if then we break this prior 2 weekly lows, then we can go further down on the downside. So if you see in the past, what we did is in the October 2024, the fall, what we did is we formed 2 weeks of pause. And the moment we broke this, prior 2 week low, which was around 24,600, we went till 23,000, 1,600 points rally. Right. So, yes, in a bearish run, the market does not crash in a single day. The market forms big red weekly candlesticks, but it takes a pause after that. It takes a brief pause, then a continuation comes. Now, below what point the continuation will come, we will have to figure that out. Right. So, currently, we are at a level of 25,700. And the moving averages theory, which I personally follow, is whenever the prices have started on any time frame, if you can consider, whenever the prices start cutting the 5 EMA in a long bull run, and the 5 EMA also has cut the 20 EMA, then a massive bear run can start. If you can see this here, the same pattern we followed this here. The 5 EMA, it cut 20 EMA, and the prices also cut both the EMAs. And post that, even if you trigger a shot at this point of time at 24,500, you would have captured massive 2,500, 2,500 points on Nifty, right? So that is yet to happen on Nifty on weekly time frame. But yes, the first sign of weakness which is coming is on weekly time frame. Markets taking resistance from 5 weekly M, which is currently being happening, which you can see at this point of time. So the prime resistance currently, if you see, it is 25,900, which is the prior weekly high. The prior weekly low is 24,470, right? So unless and until markets do not cross out this range, we are at a perfect point. And Monday will be a volatile day because the markets, every big trader, HNI, they will, digest the results, the big tech results, Reliance results, big bank results, right? So they will factor that. So Monday and Tuesday can be a volatile day. So we have to monitor on the daily time frame that what is happening. But 25,900 and 25,480, these are the two levels above and below we can see a good trending move. Because above 25,900, what will happen, because this will be a more than 50 percentage retracement of this big weekly candlestick. So above this we can see a very good short covering till 26,250 and 26, an all-time high 26,380, right? But if it all, and I'll tell you, the continuation to this bearish momentum will be decent. But if it all the short covering comes above 25,900, 2600, it will be a very sharp short covering, and which can, trigger a bullish sentiment in the market. So we can see a big green candlestick above 25,900 or 26,000, right, on a weekly time frame. But how do you deal with this? Be in a triangle of 26,000 and 25,500 unless and until this range breaks down or breaks out. Simple. Above this range, we will definitely go into directional moves. Above 26,000, we can definitely target 26,250 and 26,380, which is an all-time high. But below 25,480, the first level which you will see is 25,330. The second level which you will see is I don't see any support on weekly time frame. Daily time frame will definitely see below 25,330 what is the support, but the next support I'm seeing is 25,000. It's a whole round number level. Below 25,000, we will also then, if at all, because 25,000 is a very, very huge psychological number, and the markets, it took a long, long time to break out from that point. But if at all we also break 25,000, we are heading towards 24,000. Let's come to daily time frame and let's study that what the daily time frame has for us. Now, the daily, if I remove for once, if I remove each and every support level, which support or resistance level which we have discussed, this is a picture perfect pattern for me to go short at this point of time. The market, after giving a wrong long bear rally, the market has waited for ample amount of time. It has grinded in this range for a very long time. And if you have studied this pattern, the pattern which is currently being formed in the market, it exactly resonates with what I have drawn. So the only thing which can negate this bearish continuation pattern is a breakout above, I think, 50 percentage of this bear rally. So how do you take out 50 percentage? What do you do? Either let's suppose, okay, I have a support at 25,000. So I'll delete that and I'll give you a Fibonacci retracement. So the 50 percentage retracement is 25,950. So take out 50 points, keep it as 26,000, simple, plain and simple. So above that 26,000, we will be poised for a daily, but a daily, it's not like that, we just go and we touch 26,000, 2650, and we turn back. No, we have to close on daily time frame. This is very much required. Unless and until a good healthy closing comes on daily time frame above 26,000, we cannot even think to go long in this market from swing and positional perspective. Intraday perspective, we'll deal with that on hourly or 15 minutes time frame. But from swing and positional perspective, we cannot think to go long unless and until we see a daily close above 26,000. Simple. And this is what I was talking about earlier. This is a picture perfect प्राइस एक्शन एंड चार्ट पैटर्न टू प्ले फॉर द कंटिन्यूशन सिंपल है आप देखो लॉन्ग बेयर रैली हुई उसके बाद पुट के प्रीमियम्स जो थे द पुट प्रीमियम्स वर heavily increased and the bias was introduced, and now since that bias that put premiums have been digested, the markets are very much ready to break down till 200 DMA. And देखो होता क्या है यहाँ पे, बस understand this thing from price action perspective. The more the markets are sustaining here, it means the more bears are liking at this point of time, and the more it shows the weakness of the bulls, that the bulls are not able to take the price up from this point of time. Because अगर कोई price, if a price is not liked by bulls and they have the strength in the market, they will reject that price and they will immediately take market up from that point. Understand, देखो, the market does not run on any yeah, the market in the short term definitely runs on algorithms, but on a larger or broader perspective, it runs on the emotions of the people and the mass mentality. अगर यहाँ पे ऐसा हो रहा है कि market is not able to, if the market is not able to go up for, I think, 4 to 5 sessions, then I think it is tight, coupled in a range, and the moment this range breaks out or breaks down, it will be an equal momentum of the previous rally. So we are definitely, if at all we break down below 25,300, we are definitely seeing 25,000. And you know, as of now, we are at 25,700. But the triggering point for me for initiating swing shorts on the downside will be breakdown of 25,500. Simple, plain and simple, right? And the bias I have here is on the negative side, but we will have to definitely analyze the OI data, what OI data tells us, what FI's positioning in the index future tells us, right? So it's a picture perfect plan to, and whenever the last time this has happened, see, I'll tell you, we are on daily time frame, and last time, uh, whenever we started coming down from the top, right? Even if you take this point of time, the markets came down, they sustained at for I think 8 to 9 sessions. We did not, we were exactly at 50 DMA. Then we broke 50 DMA, we went down, then we took a pause at 100 DMA, then we took a pause at 100 DMA, and we went till 200 DMA. So Exactly, this can happen at this point of time also. The markets are pitch at a picture perfect place and they're taking support from 100 DMA. And if at all we start breaking down like this, we if at all on Monday or Tuesday we see a good healthy negative candlestick like this, then I think expect 200 DMA to reach out. Right? We have very long plans for Nifty. We will discuss this that in a separate video. But if Nifty is able to break down 100 DMA, because if you see a daily red close below 100 DMA has not happened as of now. At this point of time, it happened, but we saw a brief, long bearish rally, and the market was very oversold. We saw a very good spring pullback. But I think because, as I'm saying, see, if the markets would not have liked, if the bulls would not have liked this point of time, the bulls would not have been able to take the market up. The bulls had strength at this point of time. That's why they let the market settle below 100 DMA for 2 days, and the third day they give a big green candlestick. So how the sentiment will change, either on the daily time frame we form a very big green candlestick, then the trend will change, right? So unless that has not happened yet, so unless that happens, I don't see a trend change in the current market scenario. So a trend change will only come if at all we close about 25,900, 950 on daily time frame with a good healthy green candlestick like this. That's it, plain and simple. So the bias from technical analysis comes as sell on rise only, right? Now we'll go to early time frame and let's deal with what we are seeing right now. Okay, picture perfect plan. So now we have discussed in my premium Telegram group also, wherein I post charts and I give guidance. Uh, at this point of time, Nifty has two choices. Either it forms a double bottom W, but for this, Nifty has to break out of its neckline, which is at 25,900, 950, and which is also the 50 more than 50% retracement of this bearish rally. The one probability is that. The second probability is that the second, and I think now at this point of time after analyzing the market, this is the most probable, is Nifty is forming a inverse flag and pole pattern. This is a bearish pattern, and once this breakdown happens of this trend line, we can target this on the same on the downside. So 24,600 is my ultimate target if this trend line breaks down, or if this 24,470 is breaking down, I will definitely short Nifty for 24,600. This is a 1,000 point rally which you can definitely capture, and there's a perfect picture perfect trade setup for next week. But there is also one more setup because the whole market is dependent on the probability theory. There is a separate probability. There is if the negative probability is there, there will be also a positive probability. What is the positive probability? If the market on Monday, Tuesday takes the earning season as positive, the market should give you a healthy breakout within the next 2 to 3 sessions above 26,000. If that happens, we will definitely initiate a long position above 26,000. So that's what exactly we discussed on the weekly time frame, that unless and until this complete range breaks out or breaks down, we don't have to trigger anything positional or from swing perspective, right? The range is 25,900, 950, 224, 25, 500 or 470. That is the range, right? So we have seen the early time frame, and this is what the price action is telling me. If at all we see this trend line being broken on the downside, then we are in a problem, and then we can see a breakdown of 100 DMA, and the target can be set for 200 DMA on daily time frame, right? All right. From moving average perspective also, whenever we have tried to go above 50 EMA early time frame, I also call it as a HEMA, early EMA, right? We have taken a stiff resistance at this point of time and at this point of time also, right? So the market looks negative to me as of now. The price action looks negative to me, and from daily perspective, uh, you know, it does not look good. Now on 15 minutes time frame, we'll see that on the basis of opening, how do we want to deal if the market, because we are not sure that how the markets, most probably seeing the international perspective, seeing the domestic results, I don't see any probability of a gap up. But still, if it happens, if the market gives you a very big gap, wait for that gap. Let's suppose we are opening around here, right? Wait for that gap to get covered down on the downside. Let the markets give you a support. If at all a gap up happens, please don't enter longs just as soon as the market opens. Even if the markets are not coming down, let's let the markets, take some time in the first half, consolidate, because after a gap up, it's not like that, straight short covering will happen. Of course, if the markets are sustaining over 26,000 for 1.5, 2 hours, we will definitely try to play that, but we will play that with the put short. We will not play that with future buy, or we will not play that with a call buy, right? So we will play that with put short, but if at all a big gap up happens, do not rush in to buy as soon as the market opens. Give the market some time, let the market retrace back, let the market come come back to the support, which is will be 25,700 1050. Take a support, and then you can enter on the break of this 25,900. Don't rush in as soon as the market gaps up. Don't rush in to buy the Nifty, right? It's plain and simple. All right. We have discussed Nifty. Let's discuss in brief Bank Nifty. Wherein, see, I'll tell you what has happened. I'll give you a striking difference between Nifty and Bank Nifty on weekly time frame. On weekly time frame, Nifty has formed a doji, but on Bank Nifty, that case is totally different. On monthly time frame, Bank Nifty is very, very bullish. I don't see any negative sign in Bank Nifty. But HDFC Bank results were not good. ICICI Bank results were also not good. So if the street does not take the banking results good, the banking health as not good, it this can be the one of the most tipping point in Bank Nifty, right? So let's see that how the markets take, and um, how they judge basically the markets, right? Same. Let's mark prior weekly high and prior weekly low in Bank Nifty. And Bank Nifty, right? If you see, I'll tell you, these are two price actions, right? See, what you are seeing in Bank Nifty is a long rally on the upside. Then basically after that, Bank Nifty is, in a range. So there are two probabilities, right? What are the two probabilities here? The one probability is either it will be a, flag and pole breakout. It will be a massive bull rally. And this breakout in banking and IT is also poised up for a rally, because IT results, Infosys was 4% up, and the IT sector was 3% up on Friday close, right? So if this happens, so only this banking rally combined with Nifty IT rally can take Nifty to 27,000, 28,000. And that solely depends on how the results are taken by the streets. But if this does not happen on if the results are taken negative by the street for the banking, right? If this is taken as negative and we break down of this range, which is 58,890, then it will be a failure, and it will be a brutal correction in Bank Nifty. Because from monthly perspective, if you see, these were the three monthly candlestick which were very bullish. But as of now, from monthly perspective, from prior 2 months, Bank Nifty is in a single range. So either it will be a big breakout like that, or either it will be a breakdown failure. So we can target 57,500, 55,000 if the street does not like the banking results which we have seen in past 2 days. Right? How to deal with this on from the trading perspective? Let's see. So simple. Bank Nifty is in a strict range. Unless and until this range breaks down or breaks out, we cannot essentially trade Bank Nifty for swing or directional swing or positional perspective. On the tops, on the bullish side, the only level which you need to take care is 60,000, I think so. We are above at 66,000, which is a good definite close for me. It's a good bullish candlestick. But above 65,250, you can target 60,250. You can target 60,500, and above 60,500, it's an open sky. You can target 61,000, 61,500, and 62,000 on the upside. Because why 61,000? Why 62,000? Because we have seen this was a long bullish rally, and the markets have sustained at this in this range for a long time now. Or it's almost 2 months, 2.5 months. So if this breakout happens, we can expect this rally to continue on the upside for the exact same you know range. So, oh sorry. So 65,000 will be an ultimate target for me. 65,000, 67,000 will be the ultimate target if this breakout happens. Right. But if the street does not like these results, then we will definitely see a negative price action on Monday in Bank Nifty, and that will be a sign that yes, the street is not liking the banking results. Plain and simple, right? Um, on the downside, let me for banking, let me mark the 50 percentage. If the 50 percentage of this candle comes in at roughly 59, 600. So unless we break down below 59,600 or 59,500, we cannot initiate a short in Bank Nifty on Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty looks bullish to me, and that's what will bring the sideways nature of Nifty, because Nifty itself is in a bearish territory. It is in a it is in a sell on rise mode, but Bank Nifty is not in that mode, right? Um, On daily time frame, the only level which you need to take care on the downside is 59,750. Below 59,750, the first level which you can target is 59,300 and 59,000. Above 60,250, as we discussed on weekly time frame, you can target 6,500, 61,000, 61,500. Simple, right? So if even if you see on daily time frame, it is very much clearly visible that we are in a strict range of from 58,800 to 6,200. So it's almost 17 1,800 points range, and we have been in this range from I think November, mid-November. It's almost 2 months now since we are in this range, and whenever the bank nifty has come at this point of time, 58 700, 58 800, it has taken a support, but this support has been tested a lot of times now. So if this support gets broken down, one, two, three, four, five, if the sixth test happens, I think this level will not be that much strong, and I think this will break down, and the support after breakdown of this level, which is 58,800, will be I think 58,000 and 57,000 essential, right? And it will be a very good bearish rally in Bank Nifty, because already Bank Nifty has given a very good move on the upside. If Bank Nifty, if the street is, disappointed with the results, this can be the result for Bank Nifty, plain and simple, right? So let's go to hourly time frame and discuss, right? So longs in Bank Nifty will only come above this point of this 6,500. Above 6,500, I've already mentioned you, but Bank Nifty is a very tricky index, and it tricks the investors or traders very beautifully. So what Bank Nifty also can do, it can also form a move like this. And once this range, I'll also mark this because this is a very beautiful support. I'll mark this with a green uh, channel, right? Even for a future reference from me that we talked about this. This is a very good support. This is a very good zone. 59,000, 58,800. If this breaks down, the next support is only I see as 58,000, and below 58,000, 57,000. And this will bring Nifty to 24,500, 24,000. That's it, right? For the opening, if Bank Nifty takes the results of HDFC and ICICI combined as positive, it will open, I think, 400, 500 points gap up. Simple. Let the market sustain for the first half, then take a bullish trade. If the result is taken as negative, it will definitely open 100, 150 gap down. Let the market decide for starting 1 to 2 hours that what is the mood of the market, right? Now we'll go for multi-sector analysis. Nifty IT. has given a very good, now if you can see, and remember this is a very famous price action from my perspective. Three small red candlesticks and a big green. If these candlesticks are, because these were a weak red candlesticks, these red candlesticks you cannot say as a very weak red candlesticks, because none of the candle, I think the last red candle, it did not close below prior weekly low. It was a doji. It means that someone bought the Nifty IT or IT stocks at this bottom. So this I will consider a very bullish close for Nifty IT, and we can definitely, trade Nifty IT for a bullish breakout above this neckline. This is a very beautiful neckline, and Nifty IT, if at all it tries to form a double bottom recovery. So this is a neckline, and you can definitely target 46,000. Currently, it is at 39,000, so you can target 7,000 points in Nifty IT. And how you can trade this with is using the top three stocks, which is HCL Tech, TCS, and Infosys. Right? You can go long in that. You can short the put in that. Whatever it's not a recommendation. It's a suggestion after my analysis, right? So for me, it's a very, very bullish close for Nifty IT. You can trigger a trade above, you know, prior high, which is 39,600. Above 40,000, it's a clear buy till 45,000. That's it, plain and simple, because Infosys uh, gave a good result. The streets, they considered Infosys results very good. Nifty Auto, now you will see the difference, that where is the difference coming in Nifty? Why banking and IT showed a strong close on weekly time frame, but the negative sectors are Nifty Auto. Nifty Auto, Mahindra and Mahindra is a good stock which you can use to trade Nifty Auto. Tata Motors, TVS Motors, these are good stocks. My take from Nifty Auto is sell on rise, pure sell on rise mode, unless and until we close above prior weekly high, which is 28,000. Nifty Metal, pure bullish close. You can keep the trajectory on for buy on dips. Nifty Small Cap, right? These also gave a good, bounce back from the downside. Nifty Mid Cap, these, see, small caps, we are seeing a decent recovery from the downside, but still it's not a bullish flow. So I'll consider small cap also sell on rise. Mid caps, Nifty Mid Cap 150 is at a perfect tipping point. We saw a big red candlestick at this point of time, and we have seen a pause. So unless and until this pause remains a pause, we cannot go directionally in Nifty Mid Caps. Right, so maintain a pause stance on Nifty mid cap, and even maintain a pause stance on Nifty small cap also. Because unless and until we close above this prior weekly high, which is 8,500, I don't see any point buying Nifty small cap and Nifty mid cap also. For Nifty mid cap, 22,200 will be the point above which you can think to, go long using mid cap select, which, is a sub index of Nifty Midcap 150. So overall analyzing each and every sector, I think, metal was positive, Nifty Bank was super positive, Nifty Small Cap was also decent. IT is ultra bullish. The only negative sector here I'm seeing is auto, right? And the only change in the narrative in auto can be done by the earnings, which you can, see. Right. So, I don't see Nifty that much negative now, but, we have to, maintain discipline. We have to maintain the levels. If Nifty breaks down 25,500, I think then banking will also break down 60,000, 58, 59,500, kind of these levels. And that's why again and again saying that this whole breakdown or breakout scenario will depend on how the street takes Reliance, two big banking results, and one big tech result, which is Wipro. TCS and Infosys, they both have given their results, but it will be solely dependent that how these two results are taken by the street on the Monday, on Monday. Right now, we will straight go and analyze the OI data, change in OI data for Friday. The change in OI data is, I think, on the bearish side. More number of shorts have got added, right? And the prime resistance we have at 25,750. Right, above 25 cent 50, we have the resistance at 25,800. That is also decent, but the biggest resistance is at 25,900. The and this is a point which you can note down that the call sellers they have shifted from 26,000 to 25,900. So that is a negative point from my perspective. The total open interest, there was a good short covering on Friday. If you see, Friday's close, right? There was a good short covering which happened, but a dump came after 12 o'clock Friday. Right. So a good number of short covering happened from 650, 700, and the longs were added. But in the dump, no shorts were added. So probably that dump was also, just to scare the investors or scare the traders. Right. So PCR is quite in the oversold territory, 0.68. Right. So the data is, on the extreme negative side. Right. So any positive news, and even a slight positive news can trigger a good short covering. Everything now depends on how the street takes the results. Right. Let's go to Bank Nifty. All right. So for Bank Nifty for 27th Jan expiry, right? If you can see the data, 15 lakh addition of longs and only and shorts got unwinded. Brutal unwinding in shorts. So as we saw on the charts also that Bank Nifty has seen a very good bullish rally, and we can exactly see same on the chart even in the OI data, right? So 60,000 has seen a good addition of longs, and 60,000 can be considered as a good support, right? So from my perspective, I think don't take Bank Nifty as negative unless and until we see a turnaround in the data. Total open interest acute but this is a very interesting thing. 60,000 saw the level, the strike price 60,000 saw a good addition of longs, but no bear was scared away. If you can see from the OI data, the bears were scared away from the in the money, from out the money. But if you go from out the money, but if you go at the money, 60,000 bears did not get scared away. So this is, still, I think, decent. 60,000 will be a good point to judge that whether the bank Nifty is above 60,000 or below 60,000, you can trade in that perspective. So after analyzing the OI data, okay, let's analyze one more data, FIDI positioning. So FI history, see, if you can see, after shorting the market for six back-to-back days, FI has now unwinded some shorts in the futures, which is giving me a slightly bullish stance for the market, right? They have unwinded almost 8,700 of quantity of shorts in index futures. So FI is on positive side as on Friday, and we can definitely see why that happened because of, I think, Bank Nifty getting triggered. And even if you see the summary, the clients were strongly bullish on Friday, and Bank Nifty was medium bullish. But since the clients are bullish, I think the markets can see a negative price action on Monday. This I will post in my Telegram group separately. So the analysis is complete now, traders, and after analyzing each and every point, I can say that there is, if at all we want to say that the Nifty has formed a doji and it's a confusing state, then yes, it's a confusing state because Bank Nifty is showing ultra bullish data. Nifty is showing decent, not decent, but yeah, bearish data. And from the even technical analysis perspective, banking, metal, IT, and small cap, they all have shown good, weekly closing for the prior week. Auto and mid caps, they have shown a negative closing. And the major negative closing, I think it comes from the Reliance because I think Reliance fell good in last 2 weeks. This is the main thing which is making the Nifty as negative because Reliance has the highest weightage up to around, I think, around 18 to 20% in the index, right? And if the Reliance result will be taken positive, I think Nifty will definitely turn around on Monday. Let's see that it will be very interesting to see. Let's see how the streets, take uh, the results on Monday. I hope you have got a good understanding of how you can treat the markets on in the next week. If you have liked the analysis, if you have liked the video, leave a like, leave a comment. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Cheers. Good night.